Every night at exactly 12 a.m., a strange building would appear at the end of Whitmore Street, a building that wasn't there during the day. Nobody believed Jonah when he first mentioned it. He was a night shift security guard who walked the same path home every night. One foggy Tuesday, he noticed a tall, ivy-covered structure with a glowing sign above the door, Whitmore Public Library, Est, 1889, and always, the door was ever so slightly open, as if inviting him in. But Jonah had lived in that neighborhood his entire life. There was no library, there never had been. The next night, it was there again, same building, same golden glow. For a week, he just stared at it and walked past, heart pounding. Behind it, a librarian with silver eyes was writing in a thick, leather-bound book. On the 8th night, curiosity took over. He stepped inside. The interior smelled of old paper and dust. Candlelight flickered from ornate sconces along the walls. Wooden shelves stretched impossibly high, stacked with books bound in black, deep green, and faded crimson. Everything was silent except the soft scratching of a pen. At the far end of the room sat a desk. Jonah cleared his throat. "Can I help you?" The librarian asked, not looking up. "You see, every book here contains the story of a person's life. Someone who has gone missing. Some were forgotten. Some walked away. Some simply slipped out of time. I didn't know this was here." The librarian finally looked at him. "It's not usually." Jonah glanced around. "What is this place?" "It's a library, but not for the living." Then, a strange note. A version of his future, detailed and unsettling. Conversations with people he hadn't met. A job he hadn't taken. A woman he hadn't fallen in love with. "You may not be able to leave," he laughed, nervously. "You're joking. Once you open it, you can't unknow what's inside. And once you read your story here." The librarian smiled, but didn't blink. No, his mother's number was disconnected. His neighbor didn't recognize him. Jonah turned to a nearby shelf. The books had names on the spines. He froze when he saw one labeled. No one answered his calls. At work, no one knew his name. It was like he had slipped out of the world. Jonah Elridge. His hand trembled as he reached for it. "Wait," the librarian said. Jonah hesitated, but he opened the book. The pages were filled with memories he hadn't yet lived, events that hadn't happened. He never knew he was already missing. Jonah looked up, the air suddenly heavier. The lights dimmed. "Can I go now?" he asked. The librarian didn't respond. He simply gestured toward the exit. Jonah ran. The next morning, he woke up in his apartment, but something was wrong. That night, he returned to Whitmore Street. The library was waiting. And every night since, Jonah goes back, searching the shelves, looking for the book that might tell him how to return to the life that forgot him. But the deeper he reads, the more he forgets.